So now we're in the trap. There's a couple things. It's a lot like chipping in terms of the setup. A lot of the issues are the same. And there we go. Perfect. I'll have you guys move over. But at the end of the day, a trap shot, there's a couple things that go into it setup-wise that you really want to concentrate on. The first thing that we're going to talk about, though, is the bounce of the club. So the bounce of the club is the sole of the club. And specifically, it's this back area back here. So if you look at your wedges, this wedge is going to have a lot of bounce right here in the back. That wedge actually doesn't have as much bounce as, say, a wedge like that, but that's a sand wedge, whereas a 60 degree should have a little bit more bounce. This one's got the grind, it also has a little bit more bounce back here. So you have your sole, and part of the sole is the bounce. It's kind of a complicated term, so we're not going to spend too much time on it, but it is something that you need to understand to hit good trap shots. So to hit good trap shots, you really want to thump the sand. And it's important that you thump it with the bounce of the club instead of the leading edge. You don't want to be using the leading edge to dig the ball out of the sand trap. A lot of people think that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's not the case. You actually want to hit it. You almost want to feel like you're hitting it with the back of the club, hitting the sand with the back of the club. So you're trying to splash it out of there. So a couple things about sand shots. The first is that the club face is always going to be a little bit open. And the reason that is because, well, not always, but in this instance it is going to be a little bit open. And the reason that is because, one, you're going to activate the bounce. Two, you're trying to get this ball up in the air pretty quick. Look at the size of that lip. It's pretty severe. So we got to get the ball up in the air. Second thing that you want to do is you always want to aim the club face first and then set up. Because we're opening up the club face, the ball's going to have a tendency to come out a little left. So if I were to aim my feet at the target and then open up my club face, Arnold, where is my club point?
Left.
Way left. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to aim the club face. So I'm going to aim the club face at the target. And then I'm going to take my stance. For me, that's right of my target. For you guys, that's going to be left of your target. Your stance is always going to be left of your target because you're opening up the club face. Now, we always dig our feet in, and the reason we do that is to give ourselves a good base. You don't want to be moving around a lot in a trap shot. It creates inconsistency where we splash the sand. We're all trying to splash the sand. That's the key to a sand trap. You want to hit the sand and let the sand propel the ball out of the trap. We're able to create consistency by having a good firm base and staying still with our lower body. Now, after we've dug in, we want to make sure, like a chip shot, most of our weight is on our front foot. On our left side for a right-handed golfer, on our right side for a left-handed golfer. And from there, we're just going to splash the sand. And that's all we're trying to do. So once you get set up correctly, a trap shot is actually pretty easy. It's not real difficult. There's not much that goes into it. I do choke down on the club, and the reason that is one, it gives me a little bit more control. Two, I'm shortening the distance to the ball by digging my feet in. I'm probably a good half-inch lower than the ball at this point because I've dug my feet in. So we got to choke down on the club a little bit, and it gives you a little bit more control. Now, you always want to hit the ball, or you always want to hit the sand with your hands ahead of you. You never want to hit it in this fashion. It's always this way.
Hit the sand with your hands.
With your same as a chip shot, with the shaft pointed toward your target.
What about ball position? Does it matter?
Ball position, it's usually center. If you're trying to hit a real high soft shot, it's going to be more up front. But you want to keep it in the center of your stance or a little bit forward of center. You don't really want to get it back because you're not trying to dig into the ball. You're not really trying to get down on the back of the ball. You are trying to hit down into the back of the sand, but you want it to get up in your hands. So you don't want to get it real far back. That's going to promote the edge. Eric, can I